You know what the hypest about this is right now? I swear, when I was first doing these interviews, so many mistakes, man.
Yeah.
So many stops, so many goes, man. Now, it's because I'm learning. YouTube is a process. You'll learn a lot through doing this too.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
it's a tool, man.
it's gonna be crazy me having to like come up with content and like talk about it without messing up, like saying something like being like shit, like because like it's easy to talk to you because you ask questions that like I can talk about like from the heart. When it comes from like just content that I have to come up with, I'm gonna be like, how the fuck? Like,
yeah, right.
How do you do this?
I've started making these videos where I just talk and I don't edit. Just like they're called Genki updates, where I just talk straight into my phone. I have the GoPro now, so I'm gonna be doing the GoPro on the go. And if I mess up, it stays there because that's the process, man. Holding myself accountable.
People need to also see mistakes. Mistakes are made. I mean, I made big mistakes this year. Like, it happens. Like, things will happen, and like, that's part of life too. And people have to kind of see that. If they're gonna like look at you as a role model and as a public figure, they need to see that there's mistakes because there are. Everybody makes mistakes. There's no perfect person.
That's what it is.
There's people that make mistakes, and then there's liars. Like, everybody makes mistakes at some point, you know.
Malcolm Gladwell, you know, he said the same thing. I mean, we have a really bad way about how we look at success, man. You know what I mean? We look at the individual after they've made it. We don't look at the individual as they're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the part that you don't see a lot of, because I mean,
and that's where the mistakes are made.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember being so broke that I couldn't even afford, you know, anything. I had $17 in my bank account for, I don't know, 3 months. I lived on a 10-pound bag of rice, and I used to put this chicken seasoning in there, and that's it. That's what I had. And it was just like, I lost a lot of weight. I didn't feel healthy. I used to sneak into the college cafeteria as much as I could to like get meat into my system. Like, it wasn't always easy. I started my business on a college loan.
What?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't easy. And anybody that tells you it was is a liar. Because if you really are truly successful, maybe like, not happiness-wise, but monetarily-wise, it wasn't easy. Especially here in the United States, it's not easy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition with all the online growth. It's definitely more difficult for people to have storefronts and have things like that. And now that I've joined this online world of craziness, it's difficult. You have to compete with everybody.
Yeah.
International. I mean, you could find my site from Japan. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. But you know what the best thing about this is? That relative to how many people are here, very few people are doing this, man. This is the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
This is the opportunity, man.
Especially because we're surrounded. Our peers are mostly college kids.
Yeah.
And so you have kids that there's nothing wrong with partying. There's nothing wrong with having a good time, but moderation comes back. And I don't think people have perspective of your time here on earth is limited.
Yeah.
No matter what your spirituality is or your religious beliefs, your tangible body is only here for so long. There's only 2 other organisms on this earth that will never die from natural causes or time, age. Is the Australian box jellyfish and some species of flatworms. That's it. Those are the only species that can technically live for like in immortality.
Yeah.
They're immortal. And that's about it. And if you don't know about that, you definitely need to check that out.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, man, like,
we spend
our time is limited, and these college kids, they don't see that you have a prime opportunity, especially with like low bills or responsibilities.
Responsibility is the key one.
That you can kind of really start something big and grow it as you get older. I mean, you have the luxury of time at this age for most of us, for most college students.
Yeah.
I'm talking in that spectrum of 18 to 27, 28 years old. You have time.
Yeah, it's true.
And use it. If you use it effectively, it's a good tool.
I talk about this idea of the 168 hours every week, right? You know, we sleep 8 hours a day. Be generous. And 8 times 7, 56, right? So let's say you have 10 hours for studying, which very few people study for 10 hours a week. We have 10 hours of classes. Not many people take 10 hours of classes every week. We got 10 hours for things like going to the bathroom, showering, eating. And we have 10 hours for socialization, you know, face-to-face talking. That's 96 hours. What do we do with the other 72?
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what the college kids don't see.
Yeah,
Those
it's
72
just like,
hours are the biggest opportunity.
I mean, everybody's life is different. Everybody has different challenges.
Yeah.
For some of us, you know, some challenges that are the exact duplicate of someone else's we may mentally and physically handle that differently. And it just really depends on the person, like what they want to do with time and how they value, you know, here in the United States, especially capitalism, like how they can get out there and really start something, no matter what their age is. I mean, if you're 18 years old, you can have your own LLC license. You can do what you want, and
it's true.
Until you learn that, I mean, it just takes time. All of a sudden, they get out of college, that 6-month barrier comes out. They owe money on their school if they took out loans.
It's
after
funny,
6
yeah.
months, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need money," and they go work for someone for the rest of their life. But if they try to be their own boss, which I really believe in, you'll learn that.
But you don't have to make a
that now.
you don't have to be a boss. You don't have to make a business to be the boss of yourself. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Once you kind of throw yourself into a corporate world, you get on the like that conveyor belt of. It's
the
a
conveyor
constant,
belt.
the
I
conveyor
remember
belt,
this.
yeah, you're in that loophole that you just really can't get off of, and you're never really in charge of yourself because all of a sudden you want to go to the beach one day here in Florida, and you got to work. They're gonna tell you no, you stay tight. Like your manager will be like, no, you're gonna stay here unless you want to take a sick day, and you get 3 of those a year. You know, and so. You kind of control your own fate when you have more power within any organization. So,
Wait, I got this one. YouTube, yo, wait, I'm right here. I was behind the camera. That's the video for the piano conversation. We were filming a little bit on Josh playing the piano, amazing piano player, and then we just got talking, man, because those ideas they link up all the time. It's hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, YouTube, that's this one right now. Yahoo, bye.
See you guys. You making duels too?